World Pasta Day is around the corner. Let's celebrate with some pasta. Gnocchis are actually potato dumplings or starchy dumplings which are light, which are flavored with the sauce. In this case, the sauce is a white sauce with mushrooms and spinach. Let's make a pasta-styled dumpling, gnocchis. Like I said, gnocchis are pasta-like dumplings. These dumplings need to be light. To make them light, there are a couple of things that need to be taken in consideration here. The potatoes need to be dry cooked. Now, dry cooking is best done with baking. So, bake your potatoes, peel them, scoop them out, and then you can finely grate them or mash them. So, your mashed potato is very important. Then, another ingredient that is equally important is the flour. Now, in this case, I'm using all-purpose flour. I'm going to combine the two in a certain ratio. What I do generally for a kilo of potatoes, I use 100 grams of flour and around 20 to 25 grams of Parmesan cheese and 5 grams of sea salt. I've been using this recipe for several years now for a simple reason because I think personally this just works about perfect. The whole idea here is to not knead it like a dough. We do not want agitation, we do not want heat, we do not want formation of gluten. Very, 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 very important. Otherwise, the gnocchi becomes chewy, it becomes dense, it becomes heavy. The whole idea here is to keep it light, to keep it airy, and to keep it dumpling-like. Let's begin. First things first, I'm going to take potatoes on the bench directly, and then let's go further. Let's spread the potatoes on the workbench like so. The whole idea is to sprinkle the flour like so. And like I said, not knead it like would knead a dough. It has to be gently just brought together. If you've added salt while baking the potatoes, at this stage you can completely avoid that. Otherwise, like I said, 5 grams for a kilo is just about perfect. And along with this, freshly grated Parmesan cheese. With the help of a bench scraper, I'm going to bring all of this together with light hands. Well, this way you start bringing the entire mass together, and once you see that the flour and the potato have mixed well, see there are no dry patches anywhere, this is where you now need to bring all of this together with the help of your fingers. Once all of this comes together, we keep this aside for at least 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes. Let's divide this dumpling mass into 2 parts. And if you see, this is exactly how we want it to look like. It should not be like a dough. It should not be pasty and gluey. Let's get further. I'm going to divide this into another piece like so. Dredge some flour and roll this into a thin cylindrical shape. Do not overdo the flour as well. You do not want it to be dry and pale. Let's divide this into little pieces. Let's roll each dumpling, and with the help of a fork, we give it the signature shape. You press this like so. Similarly, let's shape all our gnocchis. Let's collect these in small batches and poach these in water. We need to give these gnocchis a lot of breathing space because the moment these are dropped in water, they would sink at the bottom. And the sign that these are cooked is that these will rise to the top. This would take roughly 3 to 4 minutes. Once these rise to the top, let's carefully pick these and transfer these in a bowl. To ensure that these do not stick to each other, I'm also going to add in a little of the poaching water. To ensure that these also kind of stay isolated, I'm going to drop in a little piece of butter. Let's move on to making the white sauce. First things first, in a hot pan, salted butter. Let's add in refined flour and cook this till this gets fragrant. Before the flour changes its color, let's add in milk. I'm going to add in a little, stir this, and once you see no lumps, I'm going to add in the rest of the milk. Do not get adventurous and add in all the milk at once. This will all become like a lump. Time to season this with salt, minding the fact that butter is also part of the recipe, a touch of freshly cracked black pepper, and along with this, Parmesan cheese. Let's add in a touch of chili flakes, and this, mind you, is completely optional. Let's mix this well, and with this, your white sauce is done and ready. Let's transfer this and start with another optional thing, mushrooms and spinach. Let's begin with a touch of oil. Let's add in sliced button mushrooms and along with this, some spinach. A touch of salt and pepper. Let's saute this till the doneness of your choice. Once the vegetables are sauteed, I'm going to add in the white sauce that we just made a while back, and time to also slide in the gnocchis. A touch of chili flakes, and with this, our gnocchi in white sauce is done and ready. Finally, a touch of black pepper along with Parmesan cheese. Fantastic, to say the least. Do not wait for anybody, anything on the planet. Gnocchi is done and ready. Hearty, soupy, wholesome. Fantastic, to say the least. Bye for now.